Welcome to The Explainer, where we break down big ideas into clear, actionable frameworks. Today, we are diving into a really powerful masterclass on how to turn your ideas into reality. And it's all based on Tina Seelig's fantastic book, Creativity Rules. So, if you're ready to get started, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and let's jump right in. So, our story actually starts in a pretty unexpected place for a lesson on creativity, inside California's oldest state prison, San Quentin. Imagine you're a Stanford student in a creative problem-solving course, and an inmate asks you that. How would you feel if you were judged by your worst deed? That's a pretty powerful question, right? And these students were there on a mission. Their job was to help tackle a really staggering problem. Over 60% of released inmates in California end up back in prison within 3 years. You know, this whole experience brings up a much bigger question, one that affects all of us. Why is it that so many great ideas, whether they're for a better society or just for our own lives, never actually happen? We all want a better future, but a lot of the time, we just don't have a map to get there. Well, author Tina Seelig argues that it's because we don't have a clear language for creativity. I mean, we use these vague phrases like think outside the box, but unlike physics or math, we don't really have a structured, repeatable process to follow. So to fix that, Seelig went ahead and developed one. She created this clear, really powerful roadmap for turning ideas into action, and she calls it the Invention Cycle. So what is it? It's a process, a continuous loop that shows how creativity is actually a disciplined, learnable skill. It's not some mysterious gift you're either born with or you're not. Anyone can do this. The cycle is built on 4 key stages, and they build on each other. It all kicks off with imagination. That's envisioning something that doesn't exist yet. Then comes creativity, where you apply that imagination to solve a real problem. From there, you move to innovation, which is all about generating unique solutions. And it all culminates in entrepreneurship, taking those ideas and making them happen, which in turn sparks new imagination in others. So let's dig into that first stage, imagination. According to Seelig, this breaks down into 2 really important actions, engagement and envisioning. And here's the key. Imagination in this model isn't just about daydreaming. It starts with engagement, actively getting involved in the world, paying attention, being curious. And it's that engagement that gives you the fuel you need to envision, to see what could be, to visualize a different future. To really see how this works, let's look at the story of Scott Harrison, the founder of Charity Water. He actually started his career as a big-shot nightclub promoter, living a life that he later described as totally destructive and empty. I mean, he felt like he had hit rock bottom. So what did he do? He decided to engage with a totally new possibility. He envisioned the complete opposite of his life at the time and signed up to volunteer for a humanitarian organization. And this is so critical. Harrison's passion, his big idea, it wasn't something he found by just sitting and thinking about it. It was a direct result of doing. He got out there, he immersed himself in this completely new world, and that direct engagement allowed him to envision a new path forward. Okay, so once you've imagined a better way, you've got this vision in your head. The next stage, creativity, is all about applying that vision to solve a real, actual problem. And this stage is really fueled by 2 things. Motivation, which is the why behind your idea, and experimentation, which is getting your hands dirty and actually testing it out. A great example of this comes from a high school teacher named Don Wettrick, who completely flipped his classroom on its head. Wettrick basically built his class around these 3 core drivers of what really gets us going, ideas you might recognize from the author Daniel Pink. He gave his students autonomy to choose their own projects, a chance for mastery by letting them work on things that really matter to them, and a sense of purpose by connecting their work to real-world problems. And the result? I mean, it was incredible. The crucial point here is that when his students were given the autonomy to experiment on projects they actually cared about, their creativity just exploded. So, think of imagination and creativity as the powerful engine that gets this whole cycle started. But to actually see an idea through to the finish line, you're going to need the next 2 stages. And here it is, the full journey. After creativity, you move into innovation. And that's where you have to focus your energy and reframe problems to find truly unique solutions. It's about questioning your assumptions. And finally, entrepreneurship. This requires you to persist, to push through all the challenges, and to inspire others to believe in your vision. It's this complete cycle that takes a tiny spark of an idea and turns it into something that can actually change the world. So, what's the big takeaway from all of this? It's that creativity is not magic. It's not some gift that only a few special people have. It is a disciplined process, a cycle of actions and attitudes, from engaging with the world to persisting through setbacks, that anyone, and I mean anyone, can learn and practice to turn their thoughts into real, tangible impact. This framework gives you the map. So, really, the only question left is, what idea are you going to put into motion? Hey, if this explainer sparked an idea for you, do me a favor and give it a like. And definitely subscribe for more frameworks that can help you turn those ideas into reality. Thanks so much for watching.